this down so I don't get flies.
Okay.
Because there were some flies flying around. Some flies flying around.
I'm not in any way, shape, or form offended. We're live on Facebook right now, and I can see that we're live on YouTube as well.
All right.
And
I see it.
yeah. I did send out a bunch of notifications today about the fact that we were going to be on the air today doing the show.
Because we are indeed still doing the show.
We are still doing that podcast thing, Porchcast
I'm so
Pottstown.
blurry. Why am I so blurry?
It changed the focus when you shut the window.
Oh, sorry.
I noticed that. Let me see if I can clear that up.
Maybe I look better blurry.
We still do the show. We still do the show on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Look at my big...
You got a pretty long wingspan there.
That's a little bit better, right?
I can't tell because I'm on the delay.
Oh.
So.
All right. Everybody, thanks for tuning in to Matt Green at Glocker Real Estate for this Porchcast thing that we do on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5 o'clock. We're live. It's a live show. And we're also on YouTube, Porchcast Pottstown. Thanks for tuning in.
I voted.
I voted today, too, and I think we might have a little bit of lower watch because I know that there's Porchtonians who are voting after work. And I know
they should.
There's at least 3 Porchtonians who are working at the polls.
Oh, great. Fantastic.
Katya Harold.
Thank you.
Lisa Vanny and Laura Johnson are all poll watchers today.
Excellent.
I think Audra the Hammer Ross is a poll worker, too. I've seen them posting things up about what's going on.
Right. Hello, everyone. Hello, Jeff, Joe, Judy. Hello, Judy. Judy, you're
going to be getting some mail.
I have your tickets. I'm going to bring them over right after the show, if that's okay. Assuming that you're home. I know that you said you had an appointment this afternoon, so hopefully you're home by 6 o'clock. But I will connect with you for your duck tickets.
People, don't forget to support the duck race.
Yeah.
It supports 30, what did we say? 35
about 30, yeah.
30 nonprofits in the borough of Pottstown. Helps raise money for the Go Force Festival. The Rotary's putting on the parade this year, right?
Yep. Lots of other great organizations on there that you can choose to donate to. Can we go back to the voting?
Yeah.
I screwed up. I screwed up my voting.
I did, this is exactly what I wanted to talk about. So people who are tuning in, if you didn't vote, listen to Amy's story because it's a warning to you.
Yes. So when I got to the polls, and of course, it's like old home week. You get to the polls, you know everybody, small town America, right? Yeah. So the lady, the poll worker, handed me my ballot, which was in a folder. And I went back to my little cubicle. She said, there's 4 there's 4 ballot questions. I said, yes, I'm aware there's 4 ballot questions. And then do you know what I did? I immediately forgot about them. It went right out of my head because I was distracting, saying hello to everybody. The Proxels were there. Kevin Smith was there. The judge of elections, I was chatting with him. And so it went right out of my head. And I filled out my ballot on the front with my Sharpie.
Yep.
Brought it over to the machine, fed it in, walked out, got in my car. I drove about 50 feet, and I was like, oh, where were those poll questions? Or where whatever
there
questions.
Was 4. So did you do the 2 on the front? Or
I didn't see
miss them all together?
I missed them all together. I only voted
folks,
for the people. I didn't vote on the ballot questions.
The ballot questions are on the lower right-hand side of the ballot. On the lower right-hand side, you'll see the first 2 questions. Then you have to flip your ballot over.
I'm not very
smart.
smart.
On the back, there's 2 more questions.
Right. So if she had pointed them out to me when she handed me the ballot, I'm not blaming the poll person at all whatsoever because she specifically mentioned to it, and I immediately forgot, my brain like a sieve. But had she said, here they are, and then make sure you flip it over, I think that I probably would have remembered. So if you haven't voted yet and you have yet to go to the polls, please do look out for those 4 ballot questions, which are very important, and I'm really bummed out that I missed voting on them.
Yes. And if you are of a Democratic persuasion, which this show tends to lean left, or progressive, which I guess is in the left. You want to answer no, no, yes, yes. No, no, yes, yes. That's the...
No, yes, yes.
No, yes, yes.
No, yes, yes. If you're a D.
If you're a Democrat.
But read the questions and see what
read the questions.
Yeah.
The first two questions concern emergency powers of the governor.
Right, which we just came through a time of controversial, if you will, governor's emergency powers.
Yes.
Like a whole year's worth.
Yep.
Right.
And what the Republicans are trying to do is limit the powers of the governor in order to declare emergencies and extend emergencies.
Right.
But I think even if you're Republican or conservative, it's short-sighted to take that power away from the governor.
Right.
Because what happens once you guys, and I'm talking to Republicans, what happens once the Republicans elect a Republican governor and an emergency happens? Wouldn't you want your Republican governor to have the power to carry out
emergency
actions
without having to renew it?
Yeah.
And renew it and renew it?
Yeah.
Right.
So I think it's short-sighted. But everybody's mad at Wolf because he, whatever.
Right. So Nicole is saying that you had a good post about those ballot questions, and Audra also had a good explanation. So let's see if we can see what Audra's...
The fourth one, the third question is changing the Constitution, the Pennsylvania Constitution, to include protections, constitutional civil rights protections for race and ethnicity. I am generally not a proponent of opening up constitutions and changing constitutions, especially in Pennsylvania, because we have a Republican-controlled House and Senate. And I don't want to give the Republicans power to go messing around with the Constitution.
With the state Constitution,
I don't
sure.
trust them.
Yeah.
But on this particular item, I do think that we should be extending civil rights to people based on race and ethnicity.
I mean, that just seems like
doesn't seem too far off the bar.
That seems like
right?
a no-brainer. Yeah.
Yeah. And then finally, the fourth one is the volunteer firefighters.
Right.
If you vote yes, basically what you're saying is you're giving volunteer fire companies the ability to apply for loans so that they can buy equipment and maintain their fire companies.
Right.
Apparently, one of the reasons why they're thinking about taking that ability away is that most fire companies don't apply for the loans. They just don't do it. So it's not very popular. But it is a avenue for revenue for these fire companies if they choose to do it.
Right. Maybe they need the equipment now, but they think it's going to take them 5 years of a capital campaign to raise the money for a new engine or whatever it is that they need, right?
Some volunteer fire companies just aren't that organized.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm not trying to badmouth or talk down to anybody, but they might not even know that they can do this stuff.
They might not know what they don't know.
That's correct.
Right. So I was wondering why my dad was asking a whole bunch of questions about the fire departments here, and I don't know where that was coming from, but now he must have read it in the paper because he likes to read the local paper when he's here. So he must have read about this referendum and was asking.
Yeah, most fire departments in Pennsylvania are volunteer operations unless you live in a city. Or some boroughs, but
right.
So for instance, around here, Allentown has a professional fire department.
Right.
Reading, Philadelphia, the larger areas.
So in our fire departments, there are some paid people at each department, right?
Yeah. So in Pottstown, the drivers are paid.
Okay.
By the borough, but the companies themselves are volunteer organizations. So that's the breakdown there.
Right.
And in Pottstown, the equipment, the fire engines themselves are owned by the borough of Pottstown.
Ah, I did not know that.
Yeah.
And what about the firehouses?
Those belong to the companies. Right.
Yeah. Interesting.
So no, yes.
Yes. No. Yes, yes. There it is.
And I got that information from the PA Democrats. And if you go to like Joe Cerisi's page, which I would encourage everyone to do, it gives you a breakdown of what the Democratic Party is representing, or what they are encouraging people to vote on.
Right.
I voted.
Is Joe's not up for re-election this time, is he?
Joe.
And Cerisi in November?
No.
Okay.
No.
Because they've got a really short term.
2 years.
2 years. That's way too short.
I feel like he just got reelected.
Right. Like he just
did.
got in there.
Yeah.
Maybe
we
he
just
is
had
up.
Them.
Yeah.
No. He just got elected. He just got reelected in November.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he's got two.
Right.
He's got till 2024.
Got it.
Or no.
2022.
Sorry,
Right.
My bad.
Whew. Got it.
Yeah, he was just elected in 2020, so he's got 2 more years.
Yes, got it.
Thanks,
you.
Joe Rusevich.
Thank you.
Bobby Flam's asking a bunch of questions.
Yeah,
about
I'll
the
get
buck
you,
race.
Bobby.
Are you all
I
on
will
that?
answer you. I will message you. I did want to. Susie Marcucci Kennedy had a nice quote today for Election Day.
What is that?
Voting is the expression of our commitment to ourselves, to one another, this country, and this world. Sharon Salzberg. So that is something that you do not just for yourself, but for other people, the country, and the world.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a civic duty.
It is civic duty. Always feel good voting.
What did we add to the civic duties? We add wearing a mask to the civic duties.
Yes, we did. So we're cheers, Mom. Where are we on our vaccination percentage in the state? Do you know?
I haven't been paying attention, to be honest with you. I've been other things. Now,
The only reason I've been paying attention really is for go forth purposes.
Right.
I mean, all of our activities are outside, and it'll be pretty hard to control any sort of like mask wearing outside for the attendees. But that's really the only reason I've been paying attention to it.
Now, we're at a new level, right? Like, you don't have to wear a mask for outside events anymore, right?
You know what? I don't know. I get confused between what is CDC guidance and what is Pennsylvania
Department of Health
law. Or
Yeah.
It's not really law, but what is Pennsylvania requirements? So I get those two things confused as to where we are. But the CDC guidance says that if you are outside and you are vaccinated, you do not need to wear a mask. Now, if you're in a crowded, like if I was walking down the city street in New York City, I probably would still wear a mask just because there's a lot of people in very close proximity and you never know, allergy season, somebody sneezes on you, you know?
Right. I'm not planning on going to New York or Philadelphia anytime
soon, so you're safe from that.
Not happening.
So Joe Rusevich, thank you very much, chiming in with a very specific number here. 39.6% are fully vaccinated in Pennsylvania. So
I got my vaccination.
Under pressure. Under peer pressure.
Yeah,
from
it
your
was a lot of
co-host.
peer pressure. And my mom, my girlfriend,
Yeah.
everybody was
Well,
putting
for your
pressure on me.
parents, for your sister, right?
Yeah. Well, here's the deal. I was looking around to do the one-shot deal because I didn't want to mess around with having to go back and everything.
Yeah, hey, listen, that's valid.
And then I would start getting busy doing other stuff, and I just, it wasn't a priority.
Right.
I'll be honest, it was not a priority because I feel like I've done a pretty good job of keeping myself safe because I think
I think you've lucked out. I mean, because you've been around people that have had COVID and you haven't had it.
I lived with Patrick.
Yeah, I think you lucked out.
So I was like, I'll get to it. I'll get to it when I get to it. But then you sent me that link to the single shot.
Yeah,
places.
I was like, all right, here's a list of them.
And I went on and I found that Giant at Upland Square has the single shot Johnson & Johnson, which they call Jensen.
Yeah.
So I went up there. Now, I will tell this to people who are still trying to look for the shot and get set up. The that little app that I had to register on was a little wonky.
It was kind of a pain in the ass.
It was kind of a pain in the neck. And I put all the information and I hit submit, And then I got this letter back saying there was errors on your submission.
I hate that.
And I went back and looked at it, and there was nothing wrong with it.
Right.
And then I got frustrated, and I just put my phone down. But then the next day, I got a confirmation email saying, you're confirmed.
So it went through.
It went through.
Right.
So I did that I feel like that was last Thursday. I went and got my shot.
Well, we saw Nicole. Nicole was with us on Thursday. It was Friday. It was the next day.
Oh, yes, it was the next day at noon.
Yeah, because Nicole and I were kind of getting on your case about it.
Yeah, you were. Thanks, Nicole. And no problems. I mean, I had to wait. They wanted you to wait for 15 minutes before you left, so the pharmacist guy was just like, you can just walk around the store if you want. So I did. I walked around. I found out that Giant at Upland Square has catfish, and I've been looking for catfish for a long time.
So that was a win-win.
Yeah, so that was a win-win. I didn't buy any because I wasn't going to go home, and I had no way to deal with this catfish.
You definitely did not want to put it in your car without a cooler.
No.
Right.
And but anyway, I walked around. I saw that robot thing that they got at Giant.
Yeah, Marty is his name.
Yeah, whatever. And
you know the story behind Marty?
No,
what?
I checked out, and then I have not had any side effects.
That's fantastic.
What's up with Marty?
Marty, so apparently when they had the prototype or the trial run of Marty, some random employee at the store stuck some googly eyes on him, and everybody thought it looked funny. So now all the Martys have googly eyes on them.
Googly eyes.
Yep.
I did not have any problems with the shot. I didn't have any side effects, I don't think. My arm's sore.
Yeah, that's standard.
Yeah, and then my neck was a little stiff and I had a headache. But I also experienced headaches and neck stiffness with my allergies. So I think it could have just been the allergies.
Right.
I'm fine now.
Great.
But I did lose my stupid little vaccination card. I don't know where the hell I put it.
Well, you sent it to me and I saved it to my photos.
Yeah,
so
I wanted to. I saved it on my photos.
All right,
too.
good.
I wanted to prove to you that I got it.
Well, thank you.
No problem.
I know you didn't do it for me, but I really appreciate it. And I'm sure your family does, and I'm sure Chris Golden does.
Everybody.
And you're part of that 36.9% now.
I am now.
Yeah.
I'm in there.
Yep.
Chris got her second shot today, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, a lot of folks had some pretty serious side effects from the second shot. But just like Levi, he worked the next day, and by the time I get home at 5, he was like, I really feel bad. And I was like, well, then stop working. It's 5 o'clock.
And then he took a nap?
Yeah, he laid down for a little while, and I got us some dinner, and he was fine by the next day. So, yeah. Bobby Flam, I'm not sure what you're asking. You have to show what? That you're vaccinated, or you still have to wear a mask? Most businesses still have a mask rule for their place of business. So if you go into the grocery store, you go into Wawa, go into a restaurant until you're seated, most places of business are still asking patrons to be masked up because they do not know who is vaccinated and who's not, and why not. So...
well, plus, listen.
And nobody's going to ask you to see your card. I've never heard of that. Nobody's saying, show me your vaccination card, unless it's your doctor's office.
So what if they did, though? Like, I don't get the big deal. So all right, it's voting, right? All these people are up in arms, like, oh, you should have to show your ID to vote. If somebody asks you, you better present your ID. I want voter ID laws. And then those exact same people will turn around and go, I ain't showing anybody my vaccination card.
Right.
How does that make sense?
Doesn't
make any sense.
Doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Don't be stupid.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't think anybody's going to require you to show your card, but maybe they will. I don't know. And listen, there's plenty of places that you have to be vaccinated in order to go. Like, for example, public school.
Well, right. See, you already have to have your kids have to have measles, mumps, and rubella, and they got to have the polio,
diphtheria, and all that stuff, tuberculosis.
Blah, blah.
Yeah. So
when I was a cop, we had to go and get our hepatitis C shots.
Yeah, and
So
sometimes
there's already mandatory vaccinations.
and sometimes when you travel to a country,
Good point, Amy.
yeah, thank you. Sometimes when you travel to a different country, I don't know if they require you to get a shot, but it's very strongly recommended. Like if you go to places
if
in
you go to like Africa
or South America, you can want to go like to Machu Picchu or down the Amazon.
you got to get your shots.
That's in South America, right? Yeah. You
Yeah.
gotta get malaria and all of that stuff.
All that stuff.
Yeah.
Diphtheria.
Yeah, maybe they wouldn't. I don't know if you're required to, but it's strongly recommended.
I know people that went to Africa. Well, I was friends with the former Surgeon General of the United States.
Yeah, what
Jerome
happened to that
Adams.
guy? Where'd he go?
Well, he probably got fired.
He got
but,
fired during the last administration.
Uh,
Jerome
no,
Adams,
no,
Dr.
he-
Adams, if you're watching, please chime in.
yeah, I don't think he's watching. But I remember when he was going to Africa, he went to Africa with the Peace Corps, and he had to get all of his shots and stuff.
For
I
sure.
remember him doing that when we were in college.
Yeah. So most of those kinds of shots that you have to get to go to those places,
Yeah.
I can't get those shots because of the medication that I'm on. So I'm not.
So you're not
I'm not
going?
going down the. I'm not going down the
Something-
Amazon anytime
Right.
soon.
Something tells me that the people that are complaining about that stuff probably aren't traveling outside of the country.
That would be my
I
guess.
think if you were to develop a profile of that type of person, international travel is probably not on it.
I think that's probably a pretty
that
safe
safe?
bet.
I'm being stereotypical.
Sure.
Yes.
That's okay. It's our show. We can do it. We can go. We can go. We can
Bobby
go.
Flam's not
Yeah.
getting his.
Well,
Well, that's your choice.
that's fine. Yep.
I think that you have to show that you've been vaccinated in order to like get a passport. Or I think there's other countries. If you go to another country, you're gonna have to. They can require you to show that you've been vaccinated because it's not the United States.
I don't even
If you're
think-
going to Ireland, you got to follow Ireland laws.
Yeah,
Right?
and I
I'm
don't
just
think
using
that'll.
that as an
I think a
example.
lot of places aren't even accepting people from America right now.
No, there's a long list of places that Americans can't get into.
We got a lot of digging out to do.
They don't want us.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's fine. There's plenty of places here that we can go see.
I'm really now getting the hang of wearing my scarf.
It's almost kind of like an ascot.
Yes, it's like a fashion statement.
You're
does-
like Thurston Howell the Third over
Yes,
there.
Yes.
Yeah,
It does make me feel a little,
constricted.
gay.
No, well, you look like you're like it's either like Thurston.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
It's like Thurston Howell the Third or Vincent Price used to wear like an ascot. Right?
I'm not a fashion maven. And it's camo. See, it's camo.
Yeah, so you can hardly see it.
Yeah.
It's camouflage.
All right, everybody. So vote. Make sure you get out to vote. You have 7 o'clock. You have 7 o'clock to get your vote done. Vote in the primary. I feel bad for these people that are independents that can't vote in the primary, but
But they could vote on those ballot items.
they can. So if you're an independent, you can just go in and vote on the 4 ballot items.
I am 99.9% sure about that.
If somebody wants to clear that up for us.
Yes.
I'm not calling anybody gay, Bobby Flam. I'm saying that I feel a little bit gay.
You feel a little bit.
because of my
How about
effeminate?
effeminate, which does not equal gay. It's
I don't
just
have
effeminate.
any problems with
I'm
what
gonna get you an
people do
ascot. I'm
with
not even gonna wait
consenting
until your next
adults.
birthday. I'm gonna get you an ascot. Or a neckerchief.
Super well designed. Oh, Nicole Vickers-Matz is saying she bought a super well designed mask at the farm this weekend.
Oh, can we talk about the farm?
Let's do that. And then towards the end of the show, we'll talk about what's happening with the future of Porchcast.
Yes.
Don't get worried, folks. We're not going
Yeah.
away forever.
So
yeah, let's talk about things that happened and then events, and then we'll do Porchcast.
Yeah, so this past weekend, it was my birthday. It was fantastic. My parents came in, as you all know. They were
8
here.
o'clock to vote.
8 o'clock.
to
Thank
vote.
you for that late breaking news, Judy Green. Thank you very much. So my parents were here. I didn't realize you can see my kitchen over here. Matt and I were sitting here talking for so long, I didn't even have my whole set up. And Saturday morning, I started out with yoga at Riverfront Park at 8 a.m.
Okay.
8 a.m.
All right. That's early for you,
It
isn't
was very early for me, especially, usually there's a little bit of wine to be had when my parents are in town. But I behaved myself. Thank you, Bobby. Happy birthday to me. Thank you. It was great. And then I went to... I had to go to the office because we were having some junk removed from our garage because we have a little bit of a critter situation.
Ooh.
And I would like to give a shout out to Junk Sponge, who was really fantastic to work with. I found them on Facebook, and they were really, really great. Super nice guys, very reasonable. They did a great job.
Are they from the area?
I think Rofo maybe, or Spring City.
It's Junk Sponge.
Junk Sponge. Guy was real nice. He had 2 young kids with him. They were like maybe 19, 20 years old. They were so polite and so nice. They offered to sweep out my garage after they were done removing the trash, which I thought was really nice. So I took care of that. And then I walked down to the farm. It was such a perfect day on Saturday. And then the farm was packed. Very well organized, the way they had it laid out with... so everybody flowed through kind of in the same direction, just like they had it last year.
Yeah.
A lot of great vendors, both artisans and craftspeople and produce vendors. And there were people there selling sweets. There were people there selling nuts. The pickle guy was there. I got some marinated mushrooms. I got a beautiful planter with herbs, like an herb planter.
Who's the pickle guy? Do you know the name? Huh?
Moish's Pickles.
Moisha?
His name is not Moish, but that's the name of his company, Moish's Pickles.
Is he Jewish? That seems like a Jewish name.
Moish is probably about the most Jewish name that you can get. Yeah.
Yeah.
So typically somebody named Morris or Maurice is Moish. That's like a nickname.
I got you.
Jack had an Uncle Moish.
So it's Moish?
Moishe.
Pickles.
Pickles. Yep. Yes.
I love pickles too.
So I got some marinated mushrooms, which I love. But from the Rosedale Farms, I think it was, I got my herb planter, and I got some pickled carrots. And then I got some macaroons from Les Fussy Macaron. That was their first time at the farm, and they were just about sold out of their cookies. And then I got some cards from Kelly Wolfel.
Yeah.
I only went down to get cards from Kelly Wolfel, and I came back with
a whole grocery
bunch
bag.
Of things. Yes. Oh, and after yoga, I stopped at Viana Cafe and got some cold pressed juice.
Okay.
Which is delicious.
Where is Viana Cafe?
Viana is right next to Samana, so it's the same owner. Samana is the yoga studio.
Yeah.
And then Viana, which is Vyana, is right next to it in the Pottstown Roller Mills building.
In the old Roller Mills building.
Old Roller Mills building at the corner of...
that's College and South Hanover.
In South Hanover. I want to talk to Jennifer about doing a show down there maybe when we come back for next season, because it's a really cute cafe and the food is really good. The juice is really good. So I did all of that and came back with all of my goodies. Then I went and got my car washed, which was a nice treat.
Uh-huh.
And then I took a nap. If you want to know what I did, the play-by-play on my entire day.
But I think the point being is
I did all sorts of good stuff.
Yourself busy for the entire day within a 3-block radius of your house?
Yeah, pretty much.
Basically?
I mean, I did have to go to Rocket Car Wash to get my car washed, but
okay. So a 6-block radius.
Yeah. So those guys are super nice over there. There's some new owners there. They've owned it for like the last year. They're very nice.
Okay.
Yeah, it was really a beautiful, perfect day in Pottstown.
I'm putting links up for these places that you've mentioned.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I put a link up to the Junk Sponge people.
Yeah, they were really just super.
I put a link up to
Viana
Cafe.
Yeah, I think she's only open on the weekends right now.
Okay.
But she's got, it's a plant-based eatery, vegan.
Okay.
But she's got really nice salads, and she does like vegan tacos, and she's got some other stuff there, so.
I don't have any problem with vegan stuff, and some of the vegan food that I had is really good. I just don't like in-your-face judging.
Oh yeah,
vegans.
no, she's not like that at all. Not like that at all.
Because I don't feel like I'm an in-your-face judgy meat eater.
Right.
So anyway,
we did have some meat for dinner.
Now here's what I heard. Here's what I heard about hello, Chris Golden.
Hi, Chris.
Here's what I heard about Viana. That they have a bunch of leftover fruit and vegetables that they crush down, and they
Oh,
give that stuff away.
Right. Somebody posted. I think it was Audra maybe that posted about it. Yeah. So when you juice fruits and vegetables, you end up with a lot of pulp.
Yeah.
Yep.
So apparently, like, Nicole Vickers-Matz can sign up to get that pulp and feed it to her chickens or
Nice.
whatever.
Circle of life, Simba.
So you might want to look into that.
That is great. Great.
Right.
Yeah, so check them out. And Samana also is doing the yoga in the park through Parks and Rec, and that's on my list of things to talk about when we get to news and events. So, yeah, lots going on, folks. No reason to be bored in Pottstown, and no reason to leave town, really. We have a great show coming up on Thursday that Matt and I recorded yesterday.
Yeah, so let's talk about that because Nathan Lab was just talking on the show. I'm sending.
Hey, Nathan, thanks for tuning in. I really enjoyed our chat yesterday. I won't give away too much because I want people to tune in on Thursday, but I learned a lot about the Colebrookdale Railroad.
I did too.
Yep.
Every time I talk to Nathan, I learn something new. And so yesterday, Amy and I sat down with Nathan at the Pottstown station down there at Memorial Park. And we had a really good conversation with Nathan. We were down there for about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, because, of course, I had technical problems with the equipment. But as
you worked it out as usual.
I worked it out. After we got all that squared away, we had a really good conversation that we recorded with Nathan, and we're going to air that on Thursday. Nathan was supposed to be on the show live Thursday, but he has to go to training up in Jim Thorpe for the railroad. I think he's doing some railroad police training or something. Yeah, training. So Thursday, make sure you tune in at 5 o'clock. There's going to be a pre-recorded episode of our interview with Nathan Lab from Colebrookdale Railroad. He answered a lot of questions. He cleared up some controversy.
Yeah, some confusion. I want to call it controversy.
I like controversy because that'll
You're
make people.
You're making controversy just by saying controversy.
Yes, and then more people will tune in because they'll think it's juicy. So yeah, we had a good show, and
what, you don't want to give away too much,
I don't want
right?
to give away too much.
Yeah.
I don't want to give away anything.
Let's
watch
just
the show
say
on
it's
Thursday.
beautiful up there.
And then Tuesday, we're going to be airing a video that I recorded with Lady Liberty. Mm-hmm. And my co-host on that episode was William Paul Broglie,
Esquire,
who sat in for the lovely Amy Wolf because Amy was taking care of business at her law firm.
Yeah.
So I had another lawyer stand in.
I'm looking for no, I am not an attorney.
Let's not. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to watching that.
Yeah, so make sure you tune into that show, too, on next Tuesday, because if you watch that whole show, there's going to be a promotional.
A special offer?
A special offer.
Ooh.
And you have to know the secret word
in order to take
advantage of the special offer at Lady Liberty. So you have to watch the whole show.
Well, I'm going to watch the whole show because I want to go down there. It looks like a nice place.
It is super nice.
Yeah.
So Thursday, Colebrookdale Railroad. Next Tuesday, Lady Liberty. They're both pre-recorded shows, and that's going to give Amy and I some breathing room so that we can take care of some other business, and I can start working on getting the equipment taken care of. I have to cough.
Get those cords all squared away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're having that power problem. The power.
Yeah.
Feed.
Do you need a glass of water?
I do.
Okay. Hold on, folks.
You have events, right? There's
I have events.
Is there a pretty long list?
It's a fairly long list. I mean, not super duper.
I have been doing a lot of fishing lately because it's trout season and it's that time of year. And I wanted to say thank you for Nicole Vickers-Matz for trading me those eggs. Nicole got a nice compliment for the eggs from her garden. Mark Breyer, my buddy Mark Breyer, said they were the best eggs he has ever eaten.
Wow.
So Nicole Vickers-Matz knows how to grow some eggs.
That's a big compliment. They were beautiful eggs.
And then my next round
I'm gonna leave that open. I hope no bugs come in.
I caught a bunch of trout on Sunday after the trout rodeo.
Yeah.
After the fish rodeo.
That was shooting fish in a barrel, huh?
There was a lot of fish in there. I could see them jumping and stuff. I caught 3 in a relatively short period of time, and then I left because there were some other places I wanted to explore. I left the perimeter. I went a little bit further than 3 blocks away from the house. But
Sometimes
I
you have
did
to do
start
that.
the day in Pottstown
Yeah.
at Memorial Park,
Right.
a place that we talk about
We
all
love.
the time on
We love it.
Porchcast. Did a little trout fishing. And then I jetted over to French Creek State Park.
Which is
Not
still-
State Park, Warwick County Park.
Yeah, I've been there
French
a lot.
Creek.
The last time I was there, I almost cracked my head open. It
Is
was
that
so
where you were-
icy.
Yes, but you
Yes.
survived. You did
I
it.
did.
Now you can say you did it.
I went very slow, but when I first really started hiking, like more significantly, that was where I started. It was, I mean, it's not like a huge hiking place, but it was just where I started taking my outdoor.
It's a
walks.
nice park.
It's nice.
and
It's close by.
You get back in there, and you don't know you're in the middle of
Yep.
nowhere.
And there's a nice stream down there too.
That's the French Creek. I fished all along the French Creek, and I walked back through the woods, and I had a great time. It was a workout, man. By the time I got back to my truck, I was sweating, which was good. Got me out of the house and moving
Do you
around.
know why French Creek is called French Creek?
I have no idea.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up.
Don't know. So my next round of trout, I'm trading with Susie Marcucci Kennedy. She's gonna make me
Nice.
cinnamon buns. So
Ooh,
here's the
she's
request.
a really good baker.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Susie, here's the request. I want cinnamon buns with no raisins,
Oh yeah.
but nuts are fine.
Okay.
If you want to put some walnuts in those cinnamon buns,
And icing.
light on the icing.
Light on the icing.
Light on the icing.
You don't want to make your teeth chatter.
No.
Right.
So if anybody else wants to trade anything for trout, you still have a few good weeks left to trout season. Because once it starts getting hot, I won't pressure the trout all that much. Because
They like to stay in the cool
yes,
areas.
and I don't
right?
want to bother them.
Like they go in like little
Yeah,
rocky nooks.
yes, and
I
they
see.
go-
I remember. It's been a long time since I've been fishing, but I
Yeah.
do remember.
So I leave the trout alone once we start getting into the 80s and 90s on a daily
Yeah.
basis.
Yeah. What's with the raisin haters? Raisins, you either love them or you hate them.
I don't have a problem with raisins. It's my partner does not like raisins. So since she's going to be helping me eat
Got
the
it.
cinnamon rolls,
Yes.
no raisins.
Yep. I get it. That's fine. I don't mind them. I don't mind them. The only time I mind them is when you think you're eating a chocolate chip and by surprise you get like a raisin cookie and you're like, what? I thought this was a chocolate chip.
Yes. All right. So let's run through the events because I'm sure there's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah. Yeah, there is. Bobby, I do not remember Prince's Bakery. That was before my time. It was
I
BA. It was
I do
before
remember
Amy.
Prince's.
Everyone remembers Prince's rye bread, of course.
Yes.
That was before my time. I wish I had been here.
They had
well.
they had a delivery truck. It was a green delivery truck with Prince's painted on the side, and they would do home delivery and all this kind of stuff. Their bakery was over there on South Washington Street, just over the bridge on the right hand side.
Has been purchased. It's under renovation.
Yeah, it's been
but
under renovation
it's been around
for
a
long
long
time.
time.
I don't even want to talk about what it's supposed to be. At one point in time, that they were going to be putting some kind of distillery in there, but I don't know what the
I
status
would
of that
imagine.
project
I mean,
is anymore.
shocked that they would be able to get the zoning for that over there, but
I trade
That's, like,
food
pretty-
and beer. Judy Green's getting the next round of fish is going to Judy Green. Yeah.
all right. As is this packet of 5 duck race tickets.
Don't forget to
Judy,
get
I
your
already
duck
filled it out
race
with your
tickets.
name and your phone number. That's the hardest part. I
Can
already filled it
people-
out for you. It's a
can
service that I
people-
offer.
Can people get the Rotary duck race tickets at the Rotary Facebook page?
Nicole, can you help us out with that?
Because I'll put
Yeah.
a link.
So where they can probably get them is at the Mixer tomorrow night,
Oh, that's right.
right? So the Mixer tomorrow night is at the Alley. That is the Rotary
B2B.
Mixer, business to business mixer, and it's at 5:30 at the Alley on High Street. So check that out tomorrow night. You do not need to be a member of Rotary to attend,
No.
right?
No.
You just walk in and make some connections, see some pals. Hopefully the weather will be beautiful like today. We've had a nice run of weather these last few days.
I'm on Pottstown Rotary's page on Facebook and pinned right to the top. You do not want to miss this mixer. Don't forget to register using the link. So
they can have an idea of how many people are going to be there?
Here's how easy it is. On my search bar on Facebook, I typed in Pottstown Rotary. It took me right to the Facebook page.
Like a miracle.
Pinned to the top, there's a link. All you got to do is click on the link and register to go.
Yep. So Operation 143, formerly Operation Backpack, will be there selling duck tickets. And also don't forget to bring a donation of non-perishable food for Operation 143 if you are so inclined. All right, so that's what we got. Tomorrow night, coming up this weekend at the Mosaic Garden at 423 Chestnut Street, hosted by Pottstown Community Arts, is the Love Rocks Painting Party. That's at 10 a.m. So that's something fun to do with the kids. Go check out the Mosaic Garden at 423 Chestnut and paint some rocks. That, I believe, is a free event. So check that out, Pottstown Community Arts.
Which garden is that going to be at?
Chestnut Street.
243?
423.
423?
Yep.
They're going to be painting some more stuff.
Painting some rocks. Little rocks that you can take with you.
Yeah. There's stuff all over there.
Yeah.
That's the garden that I'm in. And
did you start working on your plot?
Yeah. We have 3 plots this year.
3 plots that you officially have.
Yes.
And then you adopt.
We'll see what happens with the other ones.
Yeah.
Chris Golden and
Don't forget your favorite gleaner.
Yes. Oh, there's going to be plenty. Chris Golden and I planted squash, tomatoes. I planted 2 different kinds of tomatoes. No, I planted one kind of tomato. Chris planted another kind of tomato. And then peppers. I planted 4 different varieties of peppers. 3 different varieties of bell and cayenne pepper. And then I also, I'm growing some tomatillos. You use them to make like salsa verde.
Sure. Yep.
And we'll see what happens.
Because they don't get red, right? They're only green?
They're green.
Yeah.
And they have like a kind of a papery covering over them.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm growing those. So we'll see what happens.
Cool.
And I have a couple of projects going on there. The fence is starting to get overgrown with some like Virginia creeper and some morning glory and stuff.
Yeah, invasive
I'm taking
stuff.
all that down.
Yeah.
I mowed the grass. We're pulling weeds.
Nice.
I want to whip that thing into shape.
Yeah.
Because the other garden up the street looks so much better than 423. So now I'm like...
You having a little competition?
I'm having whether they know it or not, they're
You're
in a competition. And I am determined to win.
Nice. So where is their other garden up the street?
I think the address is 615. It's in
going
the 600 block.
Going east. Okay.
Of Chestnut.
Got it.
Yeah.
Well, and the garden at Walnut and Charlotte looks really good. They cleaned that all up.
That into shape
looks
too.
really good.
That's their permaculture garden.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not like it's like rain garden and that. It's not an herb or vegetable garden.
Yeah, there is some edible plants that do grow in there, but it's not necessarily,
good job, Dan Price. Everything's looking really good.
They have a new garden manager, Janet Friedline. She's been taking over the reins. Dan got a promotion. He's now the executive director of
you're
Mosaic
getting a nice thumbs up from Chris
Land
Golden.
Trust.
Good job.
Thank you.
All right. So also this week, 5/19, that's tomorrow, at 6:30, there is yoga in Riverfront Park, hosted by Pottstown Parks and Recreation and Samana. They are also having yoga in the park again this Saturday at 8 a.m. So 2 yoga opportunities, and those I think are $10 each.
So if you go to the Rotary B2B mixer, fret not, you can catch up on your Rotary over the weekend.
Your yoga.
Right.
Catch up on your yoga over the weekend, yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah. There's also a whole host of things happening at Althouse Arboretum this week. So I didn't write them all down because there's things happening every day. So if you go to the Althouse Arboretum Facebook page or search in the events, they are having COVID Recovery Wellness Week at the Althouse Arboretum in partnership with Pottstown Hospital. So today they're having yoga for all, yoga with baby goats. Yes, yoga with baby goats. That's at 7 o'clock tonight at Spotted Hill Farm.
Yes.
Kids yoga is at 6 o'clock at the Arboretum, and yoga in the meadow, 7 o'clock at Arboretum. So the two at the Arboretum are free. Yoga with baby goats at Spotted Hill Farm. No, not for this girl.
Apparently it's
$25. All right.
So
It sounds like it would be really annoying to me.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
It's not something that I would do either.
Right.
But apparently it's very popular.
And plus, I would just be laughing. Do you know what baby goats sound like? I would just be laughing the whole time.
The lady that owns that farm is a Porchtonian.
Spotted Hill?
Yeah, her name's Donna Weatherly.
Okay.
And she watches Porchcast.
Oh, cool.
She also watches the cast at Glocker.
Well,
and
I hope you're watching tonight.
We're going to book her
I'm not making fun of your goats. I'm not.
We're going to get her on both shows.
I'm just saying it's not. Is she going to bring a goat?
I don't know.
It could be an opportunity.
We're going to have to work. It's one of the things I'm going to work on during the break.
All right.
Is when we can schedule
a visit.
Maybe we'll go there.
Are you going to bring a goat right here? We might get arrested for breaking an ordinance.
I think goats can visit. They just can't live.
Right. All right. So there's something on Wednesday at the Arboretum. There's an inner wellness talk from 6:30 to 7:30. Medicine on the Move on Thursday. They've got two speakers talking about wellness, about mental health wellness, and also physical wellness. Friday, 5/21, they're having a goose chase, which sounds to me like you're not actually chasing a goose, but you're doing some sort of a scavenger hunt.
That's what it kind of seems like,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, a little scavenger hunt to find things throughout the Arboretum property. Saturday, on the 22nd, from 6 to 7 p.m., they're having deep forest bathing.
So my comment before the show.
Wait, this will definitely make you think even more of what you already think.
Okay.
It's being led by a naturalist.
A naturalist.
Well,
I think the nudists call themselves naturists.
Naturists. I think you're right.
I know I'm right. Anyway, I think that if you're going to do deep woods bathing, I'm just picturing that going to be required nudity.
Right.
Like, just some reason.
Yeah. It seems like the kind of thing that you would do nude.
Yes.
So this is join naturalist Brooke Sycamore. What a perfect name.
What?
Sycamore. What's the perfect name?
That's not a real name. That's not a real name.
Well, you need to go on Saturday night and ask her. For this 1.5-hour program, which will include an introduction to the practice of deep listening, as well as a mindful walk through the forest at Althouse Arboretum. Deep listening requires the temporary suspension of judgment and a willingness to receive new information, whether pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral. Please come with an open mind and a curious heart. That sounds lovely to me. I have another engagement on Saturday, but that sounds like something I would really enjoy.
I think, and if
clothed.
If you do show
I
up,
would enjoy it
if
clothed.
you did show up naked, they would have to accept that based on the topic of the conversation.
That you would have to have an open mind and a curious heart. Yes. Also on Saturday, the 22nd, is a 5K poker run. Sign up for a starting time at althousearboretum.org. So a poker run, that's $15, the poker run. I don't know why it's called a poker run. So fun and challenging trail run. So there you go. Lots of stuff. The Arboretum really seems to be offering a lot of really great events. Don't forget Memorial Day weekend, which is the weekend after next, or weekend after this coming, right? The Memorial Day Murph, which I will not be participating in. 8,000 squats, 400 push-ups, 5,000 miles.
I don't think it's 8,000 squats, is it?
It's a 1 mile run, 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 squats, another 1 mile run, and if you have a 20-pound vest, throw that sucker on. Throw that sucker on. Yeah, that's Monday, May 31st, rain or shine, starting at the Old Armory, also known as the Pottstown Athletic Club, 263 King Street. This Saturday is the charity event. Nicole Vickers-Matt said she had her chair all picked out. So that is Saturday at the Carousel from 12 to 3. $10 for a ticket. There's foods, drinks, basket raffles, free rides on the carousel. The auction starts at 1 with celebrity auctioneer George Wasnock. Beautiful chairs being auctioned off for the benefit of the Pottstown Regional Public Library. Check that out. Veterans Island Project is having their motorcade on the 31st, which is Monday, Memorial Day. 1,000 hours at Goodwill Fire Department. And then motorcade down to Veterans Island in Memorial Park. Check it out.
So instead of
if there's ever a day to go to Memorial Park, that's the day.
That's a good day.
Yes, it is.
It's not necessarily a parade, Bobby Flam. What they're going to be doing is doing this vehicle procession.
Yes.
They're going to have a bunch of different cars. It's basically a cruise. It's a cruise down High Street to Memorial Park.
Yeah, put some flags on your car.
And that's when they're going to do the ceremony. So it's a parade of sorts.
It's a parade of cars.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go.
So that is what I have for news and announcements.
Okay. So let's get into the future of Porchcast, because people are curious, I'm sure. We're going to continue to do Porchcast after we take a break, because Amy is getting very busy with Go Forth, right?
Getting very stressed out, yes.
And so Amy needs to be able to concentrate, because Go Forth, no brag, just fact, is one of the biggest events in Pottstown and the surrounding area, and Amy are responsible for pulling that off. It's a lot of work, right?
It sure is. We have a lot of great help, and we have a lot of great volunteers, but it is a lot of logistics to coordinate, and because we changed things up this year, we're in a little bit of uncharted territory with having the daytime portion downtown. So there's a lot of different pieces that we have to figure out, and we are very, very fortunate to be working with the Rotary on the parade. I mean, they're handling all of it. We're doing the fundraising, but they're handling all the logistics for that. We're working with Paid. They're helping us with the downtown portion and engaging the merchants. The Pottstown Police, Lieutenant Long has been just, I love that guy. He's been so.
He was one of my friends. When I was
man,
on the
he just
force.
is such a calming, like. We rely on him a lot, knowing that he's going to be there all day. In addition to the additional police force that we've hired, really gives me great peace of mind. He's really been great to work with. So, yeah, I mean, there's just a lot going on, but it's I just need to be able to
concentrate.
Yep. In addition to, Amy and I both work full time, so we have that also going on.
Yeah, so
we're both really busy at work.
And preparing for Porchcast Pottstown is like at least a part-time job.
Well, it is for you. I mean, I like props. You do like most of the setup and the advertising and everything.
Yeah,
but yeah,
true.
it's still it still takes time. Out of our days.
And you do stuff.
And I love it, but
you send out flyers.
Things.
You research for the events.
Yep.
You come up with news articles and things. So it is work.
Yeah.
And so we need to take a break. Plus, I'm going away on vacation.
And lots of other people are going away on vacation.
Yep.
Like it's just a time when people are going
away on vacation in July.
I'm hoping, after we count the money from Go Forth, that I'll be going on vacation. Yeah.
So you're going to use the money from Go Forth to go on vacation? Is that what you're saying?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Is that what I hear?
That's not what I hear. No.
Just clearing that up.
No, but it does. We do have a couple of days of cleanup after the event to wrap things up.
Okay.
Yep.
So basically, we have a couple of things scheduled. There's going to be, like we mentioned before, Thursday's show is Colebrookdale Railroad. That's pre-recorded. Next Tuesday's show is with Lady Liberty. That was pre-recorded with William Paul Barogli as
Esquire.
as our guest host. And then after that, I don't think we have anything else scheduled.
We don't have anything scheduled. Nope.
So after next Tuesday, there won't be any new episodes of Porchcast until possibly the end of July.
Right.
Beginning of August.
Yep. So we'll talk about when our return date is for season, whatever this is.
I think this is season 3.
Yep.
So this is the end of season 3.
Yep.
And then when we come back, that'll be season 4.
Season 4. We just make it up.
But listen, in the meantime, and this this is not a joke. In the meantime, if you want to schedule your appearance for season 4,
let us know.
Contact us. If there's a place that you want us to visit or highlight, let us know, and we can start making arrangements to reach out to those businesses or nonprofits or individuals that you would like to see on Porchcast Pottstown. I would also say, too, if there's a topic or something that's affecting Pottstown that you want us to talk about on the show, let us know so that we can get that all set up and arranged for season 4.
Yes, as long as it does not rhyme with
chicken.
Fickens.
Unless it's someone wanting to trade eggs.
Yes.
Or I would take some farm-raised chicken meat and trade that for trout.
Right.
I'll have those
all
conversations.
Sorts of barter. There's wampum happening.
But
all sorts.
Long story short, get in contact with us if you want to get on the show, and we'll start making arrangements for after we come back from this break. So, I mean, it's roughly 2 months.
Yeah.
So you won't miss us too
You
bad.
can survive, Joe Rusevich.
Now, here's the other thing.
There's plenty of stuff you can go back and watch from last year.
Right. June 6th at the Iron Gate Beer Garden.
Yes.
June 6th, Iron Gate Beer Garden. There's going to be a fundraiser for Go Forth. And I am going to go down there, and I'm going to set up the first ever Porchcast Pottstown open mic.
Nice. Yeah.
So come down, help out by participating in the fundraiser for Go Forth.
Yep.
And if there's something you want to say to the other Porchtonians or get out onto the air, I'm going to have a microphone set
Or if you
up
wanted
down
to come
there.
by and like sing Kumbaya or something.
I'm taking all comers. It's open mic. Porchcast Pottstown.
So that's on
open
Sunday,
mic.
June 6th from 2 to 6. Can I show one thing? I just want
I'm not going to be...
Can I come? I'll be right back. Okay.
The open
Keep
mic's
talking.
going to start at 3. And then I'll run the open mic for as long as people want to have something to say. And then I have a special guest host for the Porchcast Pottstown open mic on June 6th. Our special guest host is going to be Matt Moyer. He's going to sit in with me while you are mixing and mingling.
And raising money.
And raising money. Matt Moyer and I are going to be hosting the Porchcast Pottstown open mic.
Nice. I wanted to show some merch, a new merch that we have this year for Go Forth.
Nice.
Yeah. So this is our insulated picnic cooler.
How much is that?
This is $30. I think it's going to be $30. We haven't done the ROI yet.
Okay.
So this is we have a very generous fireworks sponsor this year, Precision Polymer Products, which is a Pottstown company, is sponsoring the fireworks this year. And so they also have the co-branding on our cooler. So this is an insulated cooler. It is made by Koozie, which is a very well-known brand. So you can... It's insulated on the inside, little picnic basket. You can put your whatever sort of beverage you want that may or may not be allowed out in public.
We're getting a guest. We're getting a walk by. Art Green.
Oh, hi, Art Green. Did you come by to get your duck tickets?
To the executive producer.
I love this. We're wheeling and dealing right here. Awesome. Thank you very much, sir.
Be like
awesome.
Art Green.
Great.
No, yes.
Yes.
All right.
Excellent. Thank you, Art. Appreciate it.
Be like Art Green. Get your duck race tickets.
Yes. I've sold a lot of ducks so far, but these clearly are the winner. Yeah, awesome. Great. Thank you. Yeah, so I'm excited about the picnic baskets. You can, so before you come down to the fireworks this year, buy one of these picnic baskets on June 6th. And then you go on July 4th, you go to Pub and you buy a 6-pack. And then maybe you go to Grumpy's or you go to Ice House or you go to any of the restaurants.
Get
you
your
go
sandwich.
to Jim and Sue's, get some cheesesteaks, put all the stuff in your cooler, walk down with your blanket, and go down to the park and watch the fireworks and enjoy your beverages and your food.
That's cool.
Cute, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty excited about that.
Bobby Flam's looking for some live action during 4th of July.
There's going to be plenty of videos, Bob. I'm going to be a little busy
I'm gonna
to be like, videoing stuff. But there will be plenty of people taking Facebook Lives.
Oh, yeah,
Trinita
sure.
likes to do Facebook Lives.
She does.
Yeah.
And here's what I'll do. I signed up to work at the welcome desk.
Yes.
Or the information
Yeah.
booth.
Yeah,
whatever.
you're on first shift, so that means you're going to help us set up some pop-up tents, tables, and then you'll be like man in the booth, handing out information.
Yeah.
You know what else we have this year?
What's that?
We have some temporary tattoos.
Nice.
Because our logo is this heart.
Uh-huh.
Because we're doing it in the heart of downtown Pottstown.
Yeah, okay.
So we
I
got these
you.
little heart tattoos. Yeah.
Nice.
Let's say Pottstown.
So I can get one on my
arm?
Nice.
Cool,
Maybe I'll
right?
put it right on my forehead.
Right on your dome piece.
Bobby Flam, I'll go live. I will do a very brief live from the information booth on July 4th.
Yeah, cool.
So look for me to go live from Matt Green at Glocker Real Estate promoting Go Forth on July 4th.
Yeah, and you'll be there for that first shift is the parade too, so you'll be able to watch a parade.
Sweet.
Yeah, awesome. All right, that's it.
All right, it's also 6 o'clock.
Perfect.
Perfect timing.
Yeah.
All right, folks, don't forget Tuesday is pre-recorded show. Thursday's pre-recorded with Colebrookdale Railroad. Tuesday's pre-recorded with Lady Liberty. Don't forget to tune in to the show next Tuesday because the folks at Lady Liberty were very nice to do a special promotion for Porchtonians. But you have to watch the whole episode because there's a secret word that you're going to need in order to claim the promotion.
Is there a secret knock?
From Lady Liberty?
Secret knock and a secret
word. I don't
word.
want to give anything away. You'll have to watch the show. It was a very good show. And then after that, we'll be on break until June 6th. June 6th, Porchcast Pottstown open mic with Matt Moyer, special guest host. And then I will be going live from downtown on July 4th.
Awesome. That's great.
That's the future of
the schedule.
Porchcast until season 4 starts sometime in late July or early August.
Perfecto.
In the meantime, I still do real estate. I'm still
you
doing
still
that.
have a job.
I'm still doing that real estate stuff. Are you still into that real estate stuff? Yes. I'm into that real estate
like it was
stuff.
a hobby, right?
Yeah, I'm just doing it
whatever.
a bit.
When I feel like it.
I have a couple of new listings that are going to be coming down the pike, so keep your eye on Matt Green at Glocker Real Estate page for the listings that I'm going to have coming down. I did get a contract for 555 East High Street, so that's going to be sold.
Nice.
To a local business.
555 High Street?
Yep.
That's on the north side.
Down by Bennigan Scattergood.
Yes, across from the Historical Society.
That's correct.
Got it.
That's under contract. So, yes, Matt Green is still doing that real estate stuff. If you need help selling or buying residential and commercial real estate in Pottstown or the surrounding communities, I generally work up to a 20 to 30 mile radius of Boyertown and Pottstown. If you need help in Chester, Montgomery, or Berks County, give me a call. Mm-hmm. I could use the work. I am your local real estate expert. Amy Wolf is going to be slaving away bringing you Pottstown's greatest festival of the year, Pottstown Go Forth. Amy Wolf is also the lady boss over there at Wolf Baldwin and Associates, bringing you fine legal representation in the borough of Pottstown. You're still doing that legal type stuff over there?
We're still doing that legal stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So call them if you need any help with some legal type stuff. We are Porchcast. Let's talk soon.
See you, everyone.